I grew up Episcopalian in Alabama, and when we moved here about 15 years ago, I wanted to find a church, and it took me a while to find a place that was really special and welcoming and just felt like the right spot for us. I went to all the different churches in the area, but this was the one that really stood out for me. I've been on the vestry for almost 4 years. I'm actually currently the accounting warden. It's a big role within the church just to make sure the finances are squared away, and I also serve on the finance committee and the investment committee, which oversee the endowment. There's probably a lot of things I do here that I don't have as an official committee. I just, I enjoy just, helping out around where I can. I've always been a member of the 9 a.m. service, and that was another thing that I really loved and drew me to this church, was that they had a service that was totally geared towards families, yet, and I said this to Cliff a lot, didn't dumb down the service. I liked that, we had about a 40-minute service that kids can kind of run around or they can behave, and yet you still get communion and you get the Nicene Creed, and you get some other aspects of a normal service. I have a 14-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 9-year-old, and they have attended Godly Play since they could go, so about 2 years old, and that program is amazing. It's really quite something to see how the kids respond to it. And then while they're at Godly Play, I often attend the Parents Exchange, which involves a lot of parents from the 9 o'clock service, where we get together and discuss just different topics that are important to us in parenting, or just bounce ideas or different things going on in the community, with each other. Mm-hmm. I love that. We come every Sunday. It is a part of what we do. I love that my kids really don't mind coming here and coming to church. I like that they can be in a gorgeous building like this and appreciate, this sort of architecture, and that it's, truly I could say when I first started coming here to the 9 o'clock service, there were 3 other families. And to come to a 9 o'clock service now and see 25 families, it's pretty spectacular. It's a pretty great feeling. And to see like the Godly Play classrooms busting at the seams. So that's pretty neat. My kids have been able, and I have been able, to participate in different outreach opportunities that we wouldn't have known about if it wasn't for the church. I grew up in a house that gave to the church. I remember my dad writing the check every Sunday and having an envelope and putting it in the collection plate. As I've become more involved in the community, I've increased my pledge, and it's important. I think one time Cliff gave a statistic about how much of every dollar given to the church actually reaches out into the community, and I think it's like close to 80 cents to the dollar goes out and really touches the community in some way, and I really liked that. I think one of the things that our church, that's kind of unique about our churches, and I know that we're trying to work on integrating ourselves more, but we have 3 distinct services with 3 distinct communities, and so often I will meet someone in the area and say, wait, you go to St. Paul's? I've never seen you before. And I say, well, I'm a 9 o'clocker, and they're like, oh, I'm a 10:30, and so I think it would be nicer to sort of bring all of that together, but to see the church grow has been really, I think, really good. Despite sort of the 3 services, mm-hmm. We've really seen, growth while I've been here, at least.
Mm-hmm. So if you were to speak face-to-face with members of the parish who've contributed already to the annual campaign, what would you like to say to them?
Oh, wow. I mean, I would just say thank you to letting all the great things that go on at this church continue to go on. You know, you have a lot of people that give a lot of time. You know, it's not just dollars that people give to this church. There's a lot of people that give a lot of time and effort beyond just writing their annual check. And so the reason they do that, I think, is because they love this place and they love the community. I think it would speak to me and back to my earlier comment about the 3 services and 3, you know, together we need to do this for the capital campaign. You know, there's definitely people that feel very strongly about certain things that they want to see the money go to, or they feel like the money needs to be dedicated to, but it's really, if everybody can just do it together, it would be a real true asset to the church.